What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. Now, this is a requested video. A lot of you guys know that I have a dealer license. I have the ability to go to auctions, do all that stuff like a regular car dealer would do. Now, I don't sell to the general public, but this is a requested video, I guess is the best way for me to say this. How could you go in right now, and is now the best time for you to buy for a Scatpack or a Hellcat? And my answer would be, it depends. It really depends on the dealer that you're dealing with, what your credit situation is looking like right now, and how much money you can actually bring in down payment-wise. So let's go ahead and get directly into it on saving on one of these I'm going to show you in the intro. All right, so we all know that Dodge dealers right now are screwed. They're so screwed. They can't sell Hornets. The inline six Hurricane Rams that they are selling, they are getting 2025s in, they are getting them, they are selling, they have insane incentives on those right now, but they're coming back to the dealership with problems. And it's happening way more than it should be. And I think that there is a significant issue with this inline six engine, which we'll cover in a later video. But there's trucks. You want to get a truck? There's trucks with Hemis in it that have been sitting that are 2022 model year at dealers now. There are 2,500 Cummins diesel engines in beautiful 2,500 trucks sitting now with crazy incentives if you buy new. So I'm going to give you the steps. A lot of you guys might not like this because it actually involves you doing some work and being an asshole, which in some cases is okay. And also, in every step of the process I'm going to talk to you guys about today, you have to be willing to get up. You don't have to tell them to eat a dick, but you have to be able to get up and walk away. Now, they may actually let you walk out of the dealership, but two things I'm going to tell you right now about a Dodge dealer, if they know somebody's qualified and they have money to move a unit, they will be like this. Sir, ma'am, when can we get you back to the dealership? I think we're ready to work a deal with you. And that's what you have to be willing to do. So let's talk about the first thing you need to do. All banks, every single one, I don't care if you have a credit union, an actual bank, they all do something called a dealer funding request. What is that, you might ask? You apply for a loan for a certain amount because you're car shopping. Some credit unions require a VIN number. In that case, I tell you to go get whatever the highest VIN number you see at a Dodge dealership, like a Hellcat or something like that, and give that to them for the purchase. You have an amount that you can spend. A dealer funding request is like cash. Dealers hate them, but they don't care. Right now, they're really just trying to get units off their floor plan. So get a dealer funding request. USAA is super simple if you're a veteran. I use USAA all the time to get dealer funding requests if I'm going to go get a car or truck. And I've been able to get up to $100,000 from them by just doing a dealer funding request, right? It's like a PDF. They send it to you. You go to the dealer. You give that to them. It's like giving them a suitcase with cash. That simple, right? You already have your interest rate locked in. There's no Mickey Mouse games. You don't have to, and we're going to get into the Mickey Mouse games here in a minute. All right, you have your dealer funding request. They're going to ask you, how are you trying to buy? You know, can you fill out a credit app? And this is the most important thing you can do, because here's the thing. Dealers want to qualify you. And you can say this. I might look at your financing. I already have my own. And or I can also pay cash. I have those options, okay? I might look at your financing. Let's get the deal, let's get the numbers worked out first before we get into that. They're not going to like that, but you want to get the numbers worked out first. And if, let's say, USAA gave you 50 grand or 100 grand to go buy your new car, but the deal, and it's at, say, 5.9%, which is actually a good rate right now, even if you have great credit, right? But they go, hey, your current rate's at 5.9 with USA. What if we can get you 4.9, which would be amazing, but you got to be open to that. Now, you have your funding, you have your financing in place. The next thing you do when you go in there, you want to get the numbers worked out. But part of getting those numbers worked out is, this is a very important question to ask. And I'm going to tell you that probably 70% of the dealers you ask are not going to show it to you. And in that case, get up and walk out. Don't even waste your time negotiating with that dealer if they're not willing to show it to you. And that is, ask to see the invoice. You want to know what that dealer paid for that car. And being these cars have been sitting on lots for over a year, they should be bending over backwards to show you what they paid for it. Okay? So you have the invoice, and then you have MSRP. So MSRP, the number you see on the sticker on the outside of the car, that absolutely is not the number that the dealer paid for that car. You want to know what the dealer paid for the car, so that way you can see how much money the dealer is going to make off the deal. Second, these dealers have all of these Mickey Mouse add-ons, which you've seen me talk about in the hidden cam video I did at Prestige Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. I've talked about what's going on at Sahara with their Desert Dum-Dum package. All of that is negotiable. And if the dealer says, oh, this is not negotiable, we're not willing to deal on it, you're a customer that is a guaranteed sale for them. Get up and leave. Are you getting a theme here? You are the person that is actually in control. So understand that you are 100% in control of that situation. There is nobody else but you that can get you screwed out of that car deal that you want. Now, here's the thing. You may see a car on the lot and you are absolutely in love with that specific model, right? You like the way the seats are, the car is. Is there a possibility that someone's going to walk in after you and buy that car because they're going to use that tactic and tell you that? Yes, somebody could walk in and buy it. Is the likelihood that they will? No. Those cars aren't selling, and they've been sitting for 18 months for a reason. You have to look at this as like statistics or odds if you gamble like me, and understand that the odds are somebody's not coming in the next 2 or 3 days to buy that car. And you're a viable buyer. Somebody that can buy that car and get that damn thing off their floor plan, which they want. And if they're able to make a couple of dollars off of it, they'll take the couple of dollars instead of zero. So I highly recommend that. You have to be willing to get up and leave. If they don't want to take the nitrogen off that they're charging you $399 for or $299 for, you can literally talk about, hey, Big O Tires or Discount Tire charges $8 or $9 per tire for nitrogen. Why are we paying $300 for that? I'll give you $8 a tire. All right. Oh, well, we put this film on the outside of the doors. It's $1,500. That film is $20 on Amazon. Like, take it off. I don't want it. I know you already used it. I don't want it on the car. I'm not paying for it. And if they don't want to negotiate that, then you have to leave. All right. And then if they try to do okay, we can take all this stuff off, but we want to keep the rebate. Get up and leave. It is not hard to negotiate a good deal on these cars right now. Now, there are some dealers who are going to be non-negotiable, and they're waiting for the next sucker to walk in to buy it, but they've been waiting for the next sucker to walk in to buy that Hellcat or that Scatpack for 18 months while that car sat and got flat spots on the tires. Just saying, facts. So, really quick steps. Don't agree to any add-ons unless, here's the thing, they're going to try to sell you aftermarket warranties. I will say this. If you want to buy a Mopar Direct, a Dodge Direct, extended warranty, fine. Probably $4 to $6 grand. They're going to add on to your car. If you're driving that many miles, fine. Like, I get it. I understand. I didn't buy it with mine. There's a Assurant or whatever I went through when I bought mine for my Challenger, and I did that after the fact. If you just want to get that bundled into your deal so you can finance it, that's fine. I wouldn't do it, but only if it's manufacturer direct warranties. One of the things I'm seeing in the business now, a lot of these warranty companies that are selling their warranties are going bankrupt. They're going out of business. So if you buy a $4,200 warranty and then the company no longer exists, it's all profit for the dealer. When your car breaks and it's time for you to use that warranty, the company's no longer around. So, yeah, I wouldn't do it. Tire and wheel packages, glass break packages, anti-theft packages, avoid all of it. Avoid all of it. Just don't do it. Wheel locks, okay. If they're trying, like OC Motivator said in his video, if they're trying to sell you wheel locks, and the wheel lock is, and they want $500 for those. I think they're $85 at the parts department, like he showed. And I went to the local parts department for me here, which is at Prestige, right, not far from me. And yeah, literally $90 for a set of wheel locks. Fit Scatpack, Hellcat, whatever. It's all the same. Not $500. You just have to be smart. It's okay for them to get a little money. You want the dealer has to make money to stay in business. It's understandable. They don't need to rake you over the coals on a car that they can't sell anyway. So, again, dealer funding requests, get your own financing. Very simple. You can do that. It's not hard. You can go to any of your banks and you can apply at other spots yourself. You don't need the dealer to do that for you, okay? Dealer funding request. Ask to see the invoice. You want to know what the dealer paid for. And at any point that they say no, walk away. Walking away saves you money. You can find another dealer. Because here's the thing. Dealers don't have them, TK. They're running out. They're selling everywhere. No, they're not. No, they're not. When these little tiny dealers, like the one by me, that's not a big dealer. That thing is small. Has Demon 170s sitting. Has Hellcats sitting, Scatpacks to the tune of what, 28, 30 sitting, and they've been there for 18 months? No. I'm sorry. No, they're not selling. They're not. And they're not going to sell them because banks won't fund the damn loans for MSRP. So you go in there with a dealer funding request. You know exactly how much money you can spend and what you can do with that car. You ask to see the invoice so you know what the dealer paid. And then you can make an informed decision, an informed offer. I'll give you an example. Say a RT Plus 5.7 Hemi TA Challenger is at the dealer. And they have that thing at 51 grand, right? Let's say invoice on that car is $43,000. That means that when the dealer sells that car, they could make, at minimum, if they do no add-ons, nothing else, $7 grand. Seven. That's a good profit. $7,000 for that car. Now, if they've been paying for the last 18 months all of this crap on their floor plan, obviously they're making less money to have that car. But every month that it sits there, it hurts them more. They're going to be more incentivized to move it. So let's say the car stickers at 51 and they're taking $7,000 off. There's a reason why they're getting closer to what that invoice price is, because they just want to move it. And it's usually between $500 to $1,500, around that range, above what the invoice is for the dealer to make. And then it's on the dealer to make their money with add-ons. But they still make money on the car. So let the dealer make their $1,500 above invoice, and that's it. Get the car that you want. Don't get suckered in to pay all this extra crap. And don't fall for it's the last call. It's the last time we're ever going to see these. No. Get out of here. All right? Just no. No. That's pretty much it, guys. Very simple. Dealer funding request. Get one from whatever bank you want to finance through. You don't need the dealer to do that for you. Ask to see the invoice. Negotiate the price. Get a deal. Not hard.